So today we are going to be going over what I am thinking while I'm hitting a forehand and a backhand. There are certain things that I tell myself while hitting my ground strokes that makes it easier. If you guys can think certain things when you're out on court, it will be much easier to execute when you're playing matches. So here we are. So the number one thing that I want to think about when I'm hitting my forehand or backhand is I want to turn. What so many players do is that they go to the ball and then they turn and they end up getting it late. The first thing what I want to do when I swing or when the ball's coming to me is I want to turn, then hit. So I'm just thinking, right? I'm going to use the slinger bag and I'm going to turn, then hit. For my forehand, I'm going to turn and then hit. For the backhand, I'm going to turn and then hit. For the forehand, I'm going to turn, then hit, backhand, turn, hit, forehand, turn, and hit, and backhand, turn, and hit. The second thing that I want to think is that I want to be on my toes while I'm hitting. What so many players do is that they're on their heels, it's hard to get to the ball. So if I'm on my toes and I just think my heels are never touching the ground, I'll be able to move better on court. So I'm turning and I'm on my toes. So once again, I'm on my toes, turning, then hitting. On my toes, turning, then hitting. We got 5 more. Here we are, on my toes, turning, then hitting. 4 more, turning, hitting. 3 more, turning, hitting. 2 more, on the toes, turn, hit, and 1 more. All right, so the next thing that I want to be thinking about is when I finish my shot, I want to follow through all the way, right? So I want to turn and follow through. For my one-handed backhander, I want to finish with my racket pointing forward. So I'm going to turn on my toes, follow through. 1 more, turn on my toes, follow through. For the backhand, two-hander, right? I'm going to turn, point my elbows up. On the toes, turn, elbows up. 1 more, I'm going to turn, and my elbows are going to be up. Same thing for the forehand. So I'm going to turn, elbow up, full follow through. I'm going to turn, elbow up. 1 more, I'm going to turn, elbow up. 1 more, here we are. I'm going to turn, elbow up, okay? So once again, just to review, I'm going to stop the slinger bag real quick. Is number 1, you guys want to turn and then go to the ball. Number 2, you guys want to be on your toes. And number 3, you guys want to follow through. For the forehand and two-handed backhand, you want to make sure that your elbows are up. For the one-handed backhand, you want to make sure that you are pointing the racket, okay? So many players, they either don't turn, they turn too late, they get the ball late, they're not on their toes, they're on the heels, they can't push off, and they don't follow through. So they're not going to be able to really hit that ball hard and get a lot of control. So if you can go on court and you can think A, you want to turn early, B, you want to go on your toes, and C, you want to have a full follow through, you will be able to hit better shots. Once again, guys, if you guys can just go on court with 1, 2, or 3 things, I would recommend writing them down on a piece of paper. Sometimes you're not allowed to have your phones out during changeovers. And just look at those 3 things and focus on them. What so many players do and where they go wrong when they play matches is that they try to remember 50 million things that they've worked on or that they practiced on. No, you guys want to think 1, 2, or 3 simple tactics that you can use while you go out on court, and you guys will be able to play better singles or doubles matches. So many players, they play practice, they hit like crazy, they hit like Nadal, right? And then they go out on court, play the match, and they're tight. They can't execute. Once again, guys, if you guys can think 3 things, and these three things that we went over, once again, is turn, on the toes, and follow through, you guys will be able to hit more balls consistently and win more points. Guys, if you guys have any questions or comments, please let me know in the comments below. As always, guys, have a good one and happy hitting.